Welcome to My Hometown, the program that explores clubs, organizations, businesses, and issues across Nassau and Suffolk counties and sheds light on the different towns that are making a difference.
A great day to you, and welcome to another edition of My Hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Bill Horan, along with Nassau Community College student Zach Turkel. Our special guest today is Alla Supreme Brown, the Executive Director of the Youth Empowerment Institute. Now known as Supreme, Alla is a graduate of York College. Throughout his childhood, his father kept him engaged with community activities from politics to cultural events. Around the age of 14, Alla, along with his brothers and sisters, started the Youth Empowerment Institute with the help of their father. The organization started out as just a group of kids that helped fundraise and put together a community event for Hempstead residents. The children sold raffle tickets and chocolate candy bars to raise funds and collected donations to put together a community event, and they've been doing this ever since. The Youth Empowerment Institute was incorporated in 2010 and is now a 501c3 not-for-profit organization. Their mission is to foster and preserve excellence in the arts, especially performing arts, production arts, media arts, and art education, by providing youth and adults in the surrounding communities of Nassau County with access to the arts by facilitating the creation and mastering of the arts and fostering and preserving African heritage and culture in the arts. This brings us to why they are here today, to tell us about the Long Island African American Parade and Festival. Alla Supreme Brown, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And you told me I can just call you Supreme. That's what you're known as.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, good enough. We'll start with the first question, Supreme. Sure. What is the Long Island African American Parade and Festival about?
The Long Island African American Parade and Festival is pretty much an event that we have that allows African Americans here on Long Island to celebrate their heritage. And when I say their heritage, is pretty much, what we brought to Long Island, what we have to offer in arts and entertainment, as well as, other organizations to be able to walk in the parade and show forth, pride. And that's the gist of it.
And is that the culmination of all your work with the arts throughout the year? Is that kind of the Christmas Day?
I would definitely say so, because this event parade itself has been going on for the last 5 years, and it's coupled with our African Heritage Awareness Day Festival, which is the festival itself, which has been going on for the past 35 years. So yes, we do something every summer to celebrate, African heritage here on Long Island.
Zach?
So Supreme, I love that name because I'm a huge fan of the girl group, the Supremes.
Okay. He's going to make me call him a name like that. Now he's going to be King Zach. Or watch, after the show, he's going to steal it on you.
No. Supreme, what is the goal and purpose of this event?
The goal and purpose of this event is to unite the community, the young people and adults, but also the organizations around what we're trying to do. So, yeah, we come out and we parade and we celebrate, but we definitely want the young people, we definitely want the communities to enjoy a day of culture where they can have, food, international food, because we have a lot of food vendors out there, have fun. We have some entertainment for the young people, the kids, and also we put on an amazing show with drummers, dancers, poets, singers, and, some celebrity artists are coming as well. So we definitely want to entertain the community for a day of culture and arts.
I like that you get in the food part there, because you probably looked at Zach and myself and said, these two guys eat, right?
It's very important.
You could tell, and there's no jelly on my chin or on my shirt or on Zach's shirt, but we're foodies. Okay.
Exactly.
Now, how long has the event been going on?
The event itself, when you say the event, it's kind of like two events put together. So the festival itself has been going on for the past 35 years. Before I was born, it actually started. My father started this event with a few of his friends, and it started out as a local event called the Tahad Festival, African Heritage Awareness Day Festival. Well, actually, it started out as the the same acronym, but the annual Hempstead Awareness Day Festival. So it was just for Hempstead. And then, like I said, when you introduced around 14, when me and my brothers and sisters got involved, we kind of wanted it to be a little bigger because we moved from the initial location that we was at on Terrace Avenue in Hempstead to Lincoln Park. And from Lincoln Park to Kennedy Park, it just kept growing. The last one of the years, we actually moved into a parking lot behind Nakisaki VIM. You know what that is in Hempstead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we moved into that parking lot, and it's been a great event ever since. I mean, we've probably bounced around a few parking lots, but it's been great.
Is your father still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
It must be great carrying on a legacy like that, that your father started, and you keep going, and presumably in the future your children will. And sometime they'll probably look back, and it was maybe 2 or 3 booths, or what we call a small parade, like the Little League has, or something. And now you've got this major event that seems to be growing and growing.
Yeah, we definitely want to put a stable in Hempstead.
It must be great him sitting there looking and saying, "My son is doing." No, I would think that's a lot of pride.
Okay,
sounds good.
Yeah. So, what is your organization, the Youth Empowerment Institute, all about?
Youth Empowerment Institute is a nonprofit organization that deals with, preserving the arts, and to pretty much put in layman's terms, we get young people involved in putting together community events that deal with culture. So whether it be a festival that we're doing, we've done a fashion show, stuff like that, and with performing arts and theater arts and stuff like that. We also have a program that we call Neighborhood Alive, where we teach these young people how to pretty much use cameras and, put together shows and all the ins and outs of putting together TV production. So throughout all of these programs that we do have, the purpose is teaching young people pretty much skills that can lead to a career. So when you talk about the festival itself, we teach them how to promote, we teach them how to market, we teach them how to organize an event, and all those are entrepreneurial skills, so that if they had their own idea and their own vision, that they can use some of that stuff that we give them and put it to something that they want to do. And with the whole Neighborhood Alive piece, we teach them the behind the scenes of production. So, the person holding the boom operator makes money. And some of them may not be aware of that, but we expose them to these skills that they can may be interested in, which can lead to a career.
I really like that idea. Let me get this straight. So, Supreme, are there just conferences when you create this? Are there mostly kids in the conference? Because that'd be pretty interesting, a kid conference to decide the events and stuff like that.
We pretty much come with a blueprint of the event, but we allow them to add on to it if they can and if they want to. But we definitely show them the steps and stages that it takes from an idea to production.
Now, Supreme, you've titillated us with the food, with learning about the media, arts, etc. Tell our audience, because sometimes people just catch a portion of the show, if they're more interested in learning more about the Youth Empowerment Institute, where do they go? How do they get in contact with you? Where are the roots of this?
Okay, if they want to know more about the Youth Empowerment Institute, they can call. Our phone number is 516-859-3523. Or they can email us at Tahad, TAHAD Festival @gmail.com. And we just put a website up that's TahadFestival.com.
And that was the old name of it. Is that why it's Tahad?
Yes, correct.
I think you told us that.
It all started from the event.
And we will give that information again, or actually we'll ask Supreme to give it. So if you didn't get it, or you want to get it down, want to attend, tell your friends, or be part of this, and it sounds like a lot of fun, a good organization, and something that can bring people up to knowledge about a lot of the performing arts, even if it's just for their background. Maybe they don't use it, but maybe they're on the other side of the camera. Maybe they're the actor, the writer, or someone in theatrics. It sounds like a great opportunity.
Correct.
Now, what got you in this, though? I mean, I have no talent for that. So I would say if you had me, I would be taking pictures of bugs when I should be taking pictures of the actors. And I'm not going to speak for Zach.
That's right.
He's laughing over here. But what got you into it?
I mean, I think initially my dad kept me into it. He kept me into cultural events and into community things. And I like creating. I like creating stuff. So there's been some times I tried to, do something else. and it's always brought me back to wanting to create, whether it be a party, a festival, a fashion show, something. Like even when I was in college, I think I joined student government just to change the atmosphere of the campus, to bring more events, to the school. And I did it. I was successful in doing it. So I just have a passion to create events where it brings people together and they can have fun.
You like to party. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess you could
that's
say.
a lot. See, that's
Hey, guess what? I like to party too.
I like to call him a party boy, but you say you have a passion for events.
Right.
But he has a passion for eating. So
right. I'll just jump in the party house. That's right. I'll do. Pretty much. So what would you say is the most difficult task in putting this event together?
The most difficult task in putting this event together is raising funds and getting more community involvement. And when I say that, I mean, we've been doing this event for the 30-something years in Hempstead. And you would think that the village of Hempstead they would take this on some way, shape, or form, because it does something wonderful for the community. But to get them more involved or to get them to put funds behind it is like the hardest thing to do.
It's always the toughest, the fundraiser, and to get that person who can, because people are hit with so many things.
Correct.
And the school comes to them, the local charities get them for something, their church, etc. But this sounds like a very worthy group, something that everybody can benefit from directly rather than just putting money into a far off.
Definitely, because what we do for sponsors and organizations that actually give us money to put this event together, we give them a lot of advertisement opportunities, so they can showcase their banner, at the parade and in the festival, and whatever commercials that we do or radio slots that we pay for, we definitely announce them. Like this event is being sponsored by, Well Care and RXR and Friends Academy, right? Those are some of the sponsors that we have right now. As long as along with the
those are major groups on Long Island.
They definitely are. They definitely are, and they're definitely behind us, and we appreciate their support.
They got a little extra publicity on this radio show too, right?
Yes,
you just got that. See,
that's great. I love that.
This is why he's the boss of this.
Yeah,
This is why they
Supreme
call him
knows
Supreme.
how to.
He gets this in. He got in about the food. He got some of their supporters in, the sponsors in.
Yep.
So
because the sponsors help us. Without them, it'd be hard.
Everyone needs to come together and put this all going. It's great.
Now, Supreme, year after year, this is a lot of work. I know even small events, it was like once you got the dance over with, you say, oh, thank God it's over with for another year. But you keep back doing it. Why does your organization continue to produce the event? What's the motivating factor?
The motivating factor is pretty much to preserve African American culture on Long Island. I look around and I don't see too many events that target culture for African Americans, and I just don't want us to be forgotten on Long Island. So there's a passion there, and sometimes people think we can't do it. So with their support, without their support, we strive to do this event every year.
That's good. I mean, and obviously that's a very worthy cause, but this probably takes months and months of planning along with everything else you do. It's one of those things, and people say, oh, it's so nice, and then it's over 3 hours later, and you start on the following year's event, right?
Yeah, we have a few other fundraisers in between there, but yeah, pretty much.
It's hard. It's not easy, but
it's not easy.
I'm sure you changed a few lives.
Hopefully.
I hope so too.
Zach, did you have a question?
Yeah, sure. Because, there's something that I want to say, too. When I grew up, on Long Island as well, there were a ton of fairs. I would think that every weekend during the summertime, there would be a ton of fairs that would be street fairs. Now I don't really see that much. And I don't know, do you have any idea why there's no fairs that are around on Long Island
right now? It's a lot
of
work, and you need a guy like Supreme to do it.
That's right. Well, that was just a question that came up.
It is a lot of work. I see a lot of fairs. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all around certain holidays and stuff like that. But on occasion, it's a lot of work to put together. Takes a lot of teamwork, and it takes some funds to do it.
Right. So this is my actual question. Sometimes I like to inspire creating questions, like do a little improv here. This is my actual question, Supreme. Are there any opportunities for people to be a part of this event, and how could they be a part of this event? Because I'm pretty sure Bill is excited. He wants to be part of this event, right?
I want to be on the food table. I want to be over there.
So do I, Bill.
Good food.
It's definitely many ways for people to be a part of the event. we have a lot of vendor spaces available, and as for anyone who wants to sell some items that they make or create, or even food, we have a ton of food vendor spots and some food vendors that are coming.